wasn't a great game to watch, but
no,
it was cup rugby, and Leinster they were a whisker away, and I felt so bad for them.
On the whole Madigan thing, I'll talk to you as the outside back. Like, I mean, you know, everyone is saying he shouldn't have gone for the pass. Other people are saying, oh, it was the runners that ran the wrong line for him. Other people are pointing out, like you did, that it was a Habana.
Well, it's very hard to transition because it was a turnover. So the Leinster backs are up in defence, and suddenly Sean makes this great turnover. They're backpedaling to get into a position of depth so they can come onto the ball. I'm Rudy Wolf, I think, or whoever the Toulon player, pushed up in defence and made Brian Habana's decision for him that he had to come up as well. And it just so happened the passes.
I just think though, Paddy, if you look at it again, you see three of the Leinster backs create an opportunity. I think if one of them had straightened into that gap, even it would have given an easier pass. But Madigan had to go for it. You know, you complained about not being creative all season, not scoring the tries. I mean, I thought it was a brave. It was only Habana. Like a lot of those other players wouldn't have gone for it either. Habana is the greatest poacher, as Paddy said, in the world.
Well, he was thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead, and I mean that's why he is.
Well, he took a risk. He took a risk.
Had he came off,
that, they would have.
Mike Prendergast was here last week, and he was saying that they do defend so narrowly, Toulon, that that's the way to open them up. And I guess, you know, Ian Madigan had every right to do it at 4 on 2. Yeah,
Paddy makes it, and he knows better. He makes a very valid point about retreating, trying to realign. Yeah. Habana does this all the time. He does it for South Africa, he does it for Toulon. It was a risk, and unfortunately, you know, it landed straight in the breadbasket, and he's gone, and that's probably the game. But what they showed then was character. From the maul, from the line out, their forwards were excellent all day, and I think they have a huge amount to build on. You know, it's just as a small bit of cohesiveness. They have Sexton coming back. The midfield still needs a bit of work.
And it's a World Cup year.
Yeah, so it is. You know, so look, there's been a fair bit of negativity, and you know, the reality is they're probably out of the Pro 12, but they can take a lot from that game. The Leinster supporters can take a lot.
Do you experience for Leinster supporters as well? I feel that like they're used to like imploding in the bad old days a decade ago, and then trampling over everybody in the glory years. This kind of narrow defeat in the new world of European rugby. Maybe it's something all provinces have to get used to.
Well, I think they do have to get used to it, and I think it didn't come as a real surprise to us that it played, and because again the quality of the side. I mean, basically we were rolling out. Well, you were rolling out, apart from Teo, a complete Irish national side or international side against a team, a French World 15 or a French team with a World 15. So in that sense, there was always that performance in Leinster. I just don't think it's been consistent enough this year. Let's face it. You know, Leinster haven't put those performances in, including Bath.
But this year is always going to be. You know, a transitional year with the loss and turnover of some pretty world-class players.
But the gap, I mean, if both semi-finals had been won by the French sides by 20 points, we wouldn't be sitting here totally blown away or shocked as outsiders.
It could just as easily been Saracens and Leinster.
It could just. So, I mean, is the gap overdone? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Toulon seem to have no game plan. When you've Armitage, you've always a chance because you get a load of turnovers. You know.
I think over the course of the season, I think Clermont and Toulon have been the much better sides, but Cup rugby just. You know,
they can change a gear too, can't they, Paddy?
I think they can. They're capable of.
When you have so much quality on the field, that's where you can bring them off the bench. You can change the way you play.
Toulon weren't able to reach into the pocket for that yesterday. Though credit to Leinster. Are they going to be one of the all-time great teams, or do you think they're in decline? They'd be lucky to see it through this season.
They're going to change up the team. They're going to bring in 5 or 6 more world-class players
next year.
A few guys leave, and Malanga from Clermont. It's phenomenal. But I think what happened yesterday shows the world that passion and pride in the jersey can take you a long way. OK, you need a bit of quality to finish the job, but Leinster were whisker away yesterday. And I think they put a bit of pride back in their jersey yesterday. They put pride back in their jersey, and that was important.